They say time heals all wounds, but they are wrong. If you grew up not being loved, time only buries the pain deeper. Most carry their parents' unaddressed fears like an invisible weight and wonder why they cannot breathe. In Japan, there is a word for this desperate hunger for a love that never arrived. If you do not understand this system, you will carry this burden to your grave. It is the most uncomfortable question in the world. And time heals nothing. Chapter 1. The Borrowed Backpack. We must start with the weight you mistook for your own skin. Most people spend their lives paying off the emotional debts of their ancestors. They call it nature, but it is an infection. If you fear speaking your truth today, that isn't shyness. It is your mother's unspoken warning echoing in your mind. You are a storage site for unresolved conflicts. Your pain is a plagiarism. Consider Kenji, a 42-year-old architect building masterpieces. Success outside, dust inside. Kenji was the good son, fulfilling every expectation. But every night he stares into the dark, feeling a void no success can fill. He thinks he is weak. He doesn't realize he suffers from a loyalty that is quietly killing him. Chapter 2. The Labyrinth of Amae. To understand Kenji, look at the system of his birth. In Japan, we call it Amae. It is the fundamental need to be loved passively, to be weak and still be held. Amae is the glue of the soul. But what happens when that glue is laced with poison? When parents never experience this acceptance, they cannot give it. They use the child to regulate their own emotions. Kenji was loved only for the stability he provided. He became the caretaker of his parents' anxieties. The order of nature was inverted. The child holds the parent. In the East, this is a breach of the cosmic order. Kenji carries this weight out of survival instinct, fearing his world will collapse if he lets go. And he is right. Chapter 3. The Illusion of Time. The greatest lie you've been told is that time heals wounds. Time heals nothing. It only allows pain to seep into your nervous system until it becomes your personality. To move forward, you must ask a question that could set your family history on fire. A question your parents would rather take to their graves. We wait decades for an apology that never comes, thinking healing is a diplomatic handshake. It is an illusion. Your parents will likely never understand you. Not because they are cruel, but because their internal system cannot admit mistakes. Kenji waited 20 years for his father to say, "I am sorry, I never truly saw you." But his father only saw the wall he helped Kenji build. If you wait for the perpetrator's permission to heal, you remain their prisoner. Healing is a one-sided termination of a contract you never signed. Chapter 4. Metsuke. The Quiet Observation. How do you break a system you've breathed since birth? The samurai used Metsuke, focusing on the opponent without staring. You see the whole, the movement, the intent. When Kenji looks at his father, he no longer sees an all-powerful judge. He sees a small, frightened man standing in the shadow of his own ancestors. This disillusionment is painful because the sacred parent must die. But this death is necessary for your birth. You must see your parents as biological machines running programs they don't understand. When you realize this, the backpack loses its power. The stones inside belong to a system designed a century ago. You are the current carrier. The question isn't if you are strong enough. The question is, why do you believe it is your duty? Chapter 5. The Anatomy of Silence. Sometimes silence is venom. We protect our parents from truth while we choke on their lies. But the system of your origin is a Kafkaesque bureaucracy. You knock on the door asking for clarity, but it remains locked. Or it opens, and someone looks at you as if you have no right to exist. Kenji sat by his father's bed, feeling a scream that would not come. He wanted to know, was I ever enough? But the question vanished. The system does not allow it. In this home, there is no answer because there is no file on your feelings. You are a function, not a human. Healing begins when you stop knocking on doors where no one lives. The trial against you has been dismissed, not because you are innocent, but because the court never existed. Chapter 6. The Collection Agency. In a corrupted system, guilt is a weapon. After everything we've done for you has killed more dreams than any war. It is a demand for repayment for your life. But life is not alone. If your parents demand obedience as interest, they are running a collection agency. Kenji realized his exhaustion wasn't from work. He was tired from trying to pay an unpayable debt. You cannot pay back the price of your existence. The only way to honor your life is to live it on your own terms. Discipline means saying no to expectations that dim your light. It is the ultimate rebellion. The moment the bird realizes the cage door has been open for years. Chapter 7. The Final Shattering. You must decide. Be a monument to your parents' suffering or become a human being. This requires more courage than any battle. Kenji asked himself, who would I be if I didn't have to make anyone proud? In that second, his identity collapsed. This is the ego death masters speak of. It feels like betrayal, but it is the end of betraying yourself. You are not here to fix the broken dreams of ancestors. Kintsugi teaches that breaks can be filled with gold. But first, the vessel must shatter. Your life's shards were pieces of a puzzle someone else designed. Chapter 8. The Moment of Truth. Healing begins at the point of non-negotiability. There is no middle ground. You cannot be half-free. Either you carry the burden or you set it down. You cannot make your parents happy and find yourself at the same time. One must be disappointed. If you are wise, you won't choose yourself. Kenji left the hospital not as the good son, but as a man who could breathe. He received no apology. He simply stopped carrying a load that wasn't his. He refused to regulate the pain of others. He accepted the truth. You cannot save someone who has chosen to live in the dark, not even your parents. The question is for you. Am I willing to endure their disappointment to finally live my own life? If no, put the weight back on. But don't complain. Discipline is not what you do. It is what you no longer negotiate.